kerosene heater. Everybody normally talks about how great the kerosene heater is and the kind of heat that they put out and an alternative heat source or to get off the grid. Most of your videos that you see will talk about your kerosene from 7 years ago, 8 years ago, 12 years ago. That's when kerosene was under $2 a gallon. Now kerosene is over $6 a gallon. In some prices you can get them close to $14.99 for a gallon of kerosene. Nobody talks about how much it costs to run a kerosene heater. This kerosene heater is 1.9 gallons. So you can call that close to 2 gallons to fill that tank up. The kerosene in my area is $6.89 a gallon. Times 2, that's 2 gallons. That's $13.78 to fill that tank up. If I fill that tank up 2 times a week, and that's burning at 12 hours or 11 hours, it would cost me $27.56 to fill this tank up 2 times a week. That's $110.64 or $110.24 a month just to fill this tank up 2 times a week. If I fill this tank up 3 times a week, that's $41.34. That would be $165.36 a month to fill this tank up 3 times a week. If I fill this tank up 4 times a week, that's $55.12, and that's $220.40 a month just to fill that tank up and run it at $6.89 a gallon. If I went to Tractor Supply, they have kerosene 5 gallons, $54.99. That's $10.99 a gallon. If I fill that tank up, that'll cost me $21.98 to fill that tank up. If I filled it up 2 times a week, that's $43.96. Within a month, that's $175.84 just to fill that tank up 2 times a week. 3 times a week at $10.99 a gallon, that's $65.94. That's $263.76 a month to fill that tank up. If I fill that tank up or ran that tank 4 times a week, that'll be $87.92 a week, which would be, within a 4-week time, $351.68 a month just to run that kerosene heater at a price of $10.99 a month. Well, $10.99 a gallon. Tractor Supply also have the Crown 1 gallon kerosene, and that's your K1, and that's $12.99 a gallon. This being 2 gallons, we're looking at $25.98 to fill that tank up. If I fill the tank up 2 times a week, that's $51.96, which would be $207.84 a month just to fill this tank up 2 times a week for a month. If I fill that tank up for 3 times a week, that'll be $77.94. That'll be $311.76 to run that heater with a fill up of 3 times a week. If I fill that tank up 4 times a week at $11.99, that'll be $103.92 a week, which would come out to be $415.68 a month in kerosene just to run that heater at $12.99. Tractor Supply also have clean heat kerosene in gallon jugs. The clean heat kerosene, that's still your K1, runs $14.99 a gallon. Again, this is 2 gallons. It would cost $29.98 to fill that tank up. If I filled it up 2 times a week, that's $59.96. And that turns out to be $239.84 a month to fill that tank up with clean heat kerosene at $14.99. If I filled it up at 3 times a week, that'd be $89.94. And within a month of doing that, you will have $359.76 a month. If I fill this tank up 4 times a week at $14.99 a gallon, that's $119.92 a week. And that turns out to be $479.68 a month just to run that heater at $14.99 a gallon. Some people use diesel. They would change out the wick to a cotton wick. They would add some kind of additive to it and runs with no problem. Diesel is close to your K1 and K2 kerosene. We're talking about the K2 off-road diesel. That diesel, prices vary. In my area, I'm getting diesel at $4.64 a gallon. It would be $9.28 to fill that tank up with diesel, straight from the pump. If I did that 2 times a week, it's $18.56. And that turns out to be $74.24 a month to run that on diesel. If I filled it up at 3 times a week, it's $27.84 a week. And that is $111.36 a month. If I filled it up 4 times a week, at diesel being $4.64, 4 times a week, that'll be $37.12. That would be $148.48 a month to run that on diesel at $4.64. My home utility bill, gas line, and that's running the central air, cost me around $26 a month for the natural gas and the central air to heat the house. It's way cheaper to run my central air unit than to run the kerosene. The propane is cheaper to run the propane, but you won't get the heat that you can with the kerosene. It's also cheaper to run the fireplace. Only reason I really like the kerosene over the fireplace is it produces more heat. Then I don't have to wait till the fire go out. I can turn it off when I want to, and sometimes it don't smoke up the house. But that's your cost of running kerosene. If you plan on getting one of these heaters, look at those prices, and you can weigh your cons and your pros on whether it'll be beneficial for you to use it or not. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and let's see what we do next with